You've asked for something to be reviewed, whether it's some work or you're at the mechanic. How do you know if the review is actually worthwhile, if it's good? It took me a long time to trust my mechanic because I don't know what I'm talking about. Reg Charney is the CEO of EntreBahn, which is a resource that provides people with expert review for all their work. Reg, thanks for joining us. And just how do you know if the review you're getting is any good?
It's a problem that we faced in developing our system. All right. The answer is that we handle a variety of material, documents, graphics, video, whatever. And no matter what it is, for that material to be successful at what it's meant to do, whether it's a pitch or a marketing plan or a business plan, it had to have certain what I call objective criteria in it. Without those objective criteria, it cannot possibly succeed at doing what it's meant to do. And a classic example is the pitch. All right, the pitch must identify the pain that you're trying to solve. It must identify clearly who your target market is. It must have a call to action, and it's got to have other things in it too. I won't go into all of them. But the idea is that for any pitch to be successful, it has to have those things, which we call objective criteria.
Right. And so you need whoever's doing the review has to explain what those criteria are and how you've met them for you to understand. If it doesn't do that, you may not be getting a good review. What's another thing that tells us we're getting a good review?
We have what we call our CARE criteria for reviews. And a CARE criteria, C-A-R-E, represents the clarity when the review is easily understandable by the client and applicable to the area in which you're talking about. If it's pitches, then you're talking about pitches. You're not talking about speeches. All right. And R stands for the relevant, that the review is relevant to the material that the client submitted, not something else, not the generic. It's specifically to that client. They need concrete answers. And E is executable. And that is that we provide feedback and advice, feedback on what you've already done and advice on what to do next and perhaps how to do it. If there is advice given, and there should be, all right, then it's got to be actionable by the client, given that the client has got limited resources. We're targeting entrepreneurs and small businesses because they very often don't have the resources they need on staff to be able to answer the questions they have. And they have to go outside or out of house to be able to get that answer. All right. So that's how we deal with the whether the review is any good. And by the way, the CARE criteria is done not by us, but is done as an evaluation by the client themselves. So they can report back if they don't understand something or that it didn't seem relevant to them, or how are they supposed to possibly do this? The CARE criteria covers those sort of topics and gives the client a chance to find out, evaluate what we call evaluate the review. And then if it's bad, maybe report back to us. We actually get the CARE criteria evaluations and we look at them.
Right. So you're looking at, do you understand it? Have they explained it to you in plain language? You know, are they talking about what I'm doing? Have they really paid attention to the work that I've provided? So they're looking at that. And then is somebody aware of what I need to do when they are giving me something to do that's commensurate with my ability to execute them?
Beautifully put. Thank you.
And that's how you get a good review.
Yes.
If you're looking for someone to do reviews for you and your work, you can reach out to Reg at EntreBahn. Reg, email is the best way to get a hold of you?
Yeah. My EntreBahn email address is reg.charney@entrebahn.com. EntreBahn.com.
Yes, right. It's like the Autobahn for entrepreneurs.
Right.
All right, Reg, thank you so much for taking time to sort out this big problem for people today. We really appreciate your time.
You're welcome. Thank you.